Tonight on Grady News Source at 5. Oconee County students perform well on SAT tests, but they might matter less in college admissions. Find out what it means for your child's future. The U.S. Census shows that Jackson County is growing. Find out how the county plans to address the population change. Songwriter and UGA alumni Steve Dorff returns to the Athens stage tonight for a performance of his most famous songs. All this and more coming up on Grady News Source. The Madison County Sheriff's Office arrested a man they believe to be a suspect in a pipe bomb explosion that took place over the weekend in a resident's mailbox. No one was injured in the explosion. Police asked the Georgia Bureau of Investigation to help execute the search warrant. Upon arrival to execute the warrant, the man fled his home in an attempt to evade police. The K-9 team was able to track down the man not far from his residence, where he was arrested yesterday afternoon. Police are further investigating the man's alleged involvement in the explosion. Whitney Houston, Barbara Streisand, Kenny Rogers, George Strait, and Garth Brooks. What do all of these people have in common? Grady News Source reporter Nikki Schatz has the answer. Thank you for watching Grady News Source. This has been Kayla Roberson. Have a great night.
And now, the weather.
It's November 1st, and we are going to feel some fall temperatures with a chilly start to the day this morning, but temperatures will rise back to a high of 70 and then back down to about 46 this afternoon. Tomorrow, you can expect sunshine with a high of 71 and a cool evening with a low of around 48 degrees. But Wednesday, we will start to see cooler weather. It's going to be overcast with a high of just 59 degrees and a low of 46, with rain showers coming late Wednesday night about after 9 o'clock. And on Thursday, grab your umbrellas because we will be seeing showers all day with a high of 53 and a low of around 43. The rain is going to continue into Friday morning and possibly into the evening with a high of 56 and a low of 37. The sun will come back on Saturday, but it's going to be chilly with a high of 57 and a low of 35 later in the evening. So if you're planning on watching the Dogs take on Missouri at Sanford Stadium this weekend, make sure to bundle up. Officer Torrance says that this is just the beginning of a continued effort to connect with the community here in Watkinsville. And Pastor Emily Whiten says that she is excited to continue to mediate conversations between law enforcement and members of the community. This has been Kayla Roberson with Grady News Source. I am here at the intersection of Barnett Shoals and Lexington Road, where the Georgia Department of Transportation is currently in the beginning phases of building a northbound ramp onto State Route 10, also called the Loop. Many people use this road on their daily commutes, and they have a lot to say about the current conditions of the road. I am here outside of St. Mary's Hospital in Athens, Georgia, where they say they are on critical care diversion. This means that they are sending patients to other hospitals in order to receive care. According to Don Cargile, practicing preventative measures is just one way in which the community can help keep patients out of already overwhelmed hospital systems. The CDC recorded the highest number of deadly overdoses in a 12-month time frame in 2020, with over 93,000 people dying from a drug overdose. Close to 70,000 of those deaths are attributed to inappropriate use of an opioid, and 66 of those people were Northeast Georgia residents. The Athens Addiction Recovery Center has seen an increase in people seeking help with opioid addiction over the last year.
50-50, if not more, were to opiates and fentanyl.
Addiction to opioids begins when someone is prescribed one for pain management. Dr. Tony Miles, a public health professor at the University of Georgia, says that oftentimes people are unable to afford the prescription drugs, so they seek out heroin or unprescribed fentanyl to manage their pain.
So illegal heroin, which is the street opioid version,
Yes.
is cheaper, but it's harder to get. There's more risk, and it won't be as clean as the prescription stuff. So that's kind of how people get roped into that.
Access to quality medical care and treatment also plays a large role in fueling the epidemic.
Not having many doctors available, not having access to inpatient medical care, and having not many resources to pay for, the higher costs, all contribute to that problem.
If you or someone you know is struggling with substance abuse, visit the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Administration website at samhsa.gov to find treatment centers near you. This is Kayla Roberson Grady News Source. Type 1 diabetes affects over 34 million people in the United States. It is caused when the pancreas attacks itself, killing the cells that produce insulin. This leads to a buildup of sugar in the bloodstream because there's nothing to break it down. Lauren Palmer was diagnosed with type 1 at 11 years old, but her grandmother, who also had diabetes, was her source of strength as she learned how to manage it for herself.
I guess I was surprised, but I wasn't scared just because I knew that my Nana had done it all of her life, or as long as I had known her.
Lauren says that from then on, her life looked fairly normal. She participated in sports with her friends, went to summer camps, and attended school like she always had. But diabetes isn't something that can be put in the back of your mind and forgotten about.
From that day that she got diagnosed until today, she has to think about her diabetes.
Constantly checking her blood sugar, always packing snacks in case she goes low, keeping her bag of medical supplies with her at all times, and counting carbs at every meal. These are just some of the things that Lauren has to do every day as a type 1 diabetic. Advancements in medical technology like Lauren's insulin pump have made living with diabetes easier, but currently there is no cure. Lauren says that she wished there was more of a conversation surrounding the mental health aspects of diabetes.
A lot of diabetics have mental health issues, and they have issues with food, and they have issues with taking care of themselves, and it's not because they don't care, but it's because it's so long-term.
Extensive research is being done to find a cure for diabetes by organizations like the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. Until there is a cure, she says that diabetes serves as a reminder of her own strength and resilience.
It's just kind of like a good reminder that life throws hard things at you, but like you can get through them and you can fight through them.
Kayla Roberson, Grady News Source.